The leadership of the All Progressives Congress has met with senators-elect and House of Representatives members-elect to begin consultations and negotiations ahead of the selection of principal officers in the 10th National Assembly. They say zoning has not been considered, but they are focused on the 18th of March governorship and Houses of Assembly elections, which they are working to win. President-elect Asiwaju Bola Tinubu was represented by the Vice President-elect Kashim Shettima. Also in attendance was the National Chairman of the party and other members of the APC National Working Committee. TVC News State House correspondent Femi Akonde reports on the outcome of the meeting.
APC lawmakers-elect arriving at the banquet hall of the presidential villa for a meeting with their party's leadership. This is the first interface since their victory on the ballot and after receiving their certificates of return. The party's leadership is making proactive moves ahead of the inauguration of the 10th National Assembly in June. For the All Progressives Congress, it is once beaten, twice shy, as they try to avoid the rancorous emergence of the leadership of the 8th National Assembly.
And one of the burning issues that is in the front burner now has to do with the leadership of the National Assembly. We don't want to be preemptive. I know first and foremost is to welcome ourselves and congratulate ourselves on the resounding victory recorded on February 25.
On the issue of zoning that you mentioned, yes, we did talk about, we're not there yet. We will have another election coming up this weekend, and we needed to make sure that everybody goes back home. Roll up your sleeves, get your hands dirty.
It's a family affair. This is not the right time to talk about zoning. All we need now is to consolidate on our victory. We have won the presidential, and we should be able to at least take a minimum of 30 states.
As the party begins to fine-tune the process of electing principal officers that will steer the affairs of the parliament, lawmakers have also set high expectations as they look forward to settling into the business of lawmaking as soon as the parliament is inaugurated.
This is the first time in the history of our democracy that we are going to be having representation of the floor through, this high number of political parties. But the good thing about it is it will foster better and greater negotiation, and it would also ensure that overriding national interests prevail much more than party interests.
National Assembly, and more particularly the 10th Senate, will work in consonance with the wishes and aspirations of Nigerians that gave them the sacred mandate to represent them with a view to delivering the dividends of democracy to the doorsteps of the people.
The issue of zoning, which is usually a political factor in determining who gets what, when and how, was deliberately avoided at the meeting. The party insists that winning the second leg of the general election is their topmost priority for now. The 10th National Assembly will not be a tea party for the All Progressives Congress. It will be the most diverse legislature in Nigeria's democratic history, as 8 political parties will have representatives in the parliament. It will also be interesting to see the quality of bills, motions and debates that will occupy the time of these lawmakers. Femi Akonde, TVC News, Abuja.